Radio Show with your hosts, Big E and Brandon of Big E TV. Found nationally on your favorite outdoor television channels. Big E Outdoor Radio challenges all the hot topics in the outdoors, from racing to hunting and even grilling in the backyard. Our mission is to educate on the facts of the impact of the outdoors on all our lives and encourage good stewardship and good fellowship among our ranks. Follow Big E Outdoors on Facebook at Big E Outdoors and Big E Outdoor Radio. Send us feedback and get in on conversations with us. Fasten your seatbelts, because this ain't your daddy's morning show. We'll be right back with Big E and Brandon in the morning on Big E Outdoor Radio. Hey, it's deer season, and some of us don't have the best hunting shack. But if you go see our friend Denny at the Shed Shop in Anawa and Shawano, you can find the perfect little cabin, shed, or even a deer blind. Denny at the Shed Shop has the best little buildings in the Northwoods, all made with the quality of the Mennonites. So check out the Shed Shop today. Give Denny a call at 715-584-3054. The Shed Shop.
Hey, we're back with some more Big E Outdoor Radio, and we're talking a little bit here about the whole lion hunting and the hunting thing, and we actually, Tim just showed me a post that somebody had put on about the ball python in Florida, and I understand that some people might actually think the comment was kind of right, but then at the same time, the woman that made the comment didn't mean it in a good way, and it shows the lack of education around hunting and things like that. And her comment about the python was, I suggest that the Florida Fish and Game put a bounty on the python and open the season 365 days a year, which those are two fairly decent comments. And she said, we've eliminated species in the past by overhunting them. We should be able to do it pretty easily with this. That was a dig at hunters, and I can tell you that we did not ever overhunt an animal into extinction. We poached animals into extinction. Since regulated hunting has come in, we have brought animals back from the brink of extinction. We have brought back their habitats and things like that. And just like I said, hunters will preserve habitats for animals that have value, and they spend a lot of money to preserve it through their tags and through donations and through fundraisers and just through outright donation. So to make a comment like that is an uneducated slam against hunters. And these anti-hunters get this stuff, and they feed off each other. One says it, another one hears it, they repeat it. And it's like that whole telephone thing in school where you tell somebody something and they keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it. And the guy at the end doesn't know whether the one in the beginning said anything that had any fact to it or knew what they were talking about or not, because they can feed as much baloney to each other as they want, and they just repeat it. So the fact that somebody would say something like that definitely is slammed to hunters, and that's where hunters should step in and set that person straight. But when you go follow the link back to that person's homepage, you can learn a lot about the people that make those comments too. So back in discussion about sables, for instance, and things like that, we were talking about other animals that have been brought back. When we're talking, let's just go with simple animals. Let's not even go on the big five. Let's just talk about simple animals. Let's talk about impala and kudu and animals like that in Africa. We're not even getting to the United States yet. If they ban hunting, okay, there's guys over there that own huge tracts of land. Their land is very difficult to turn it into farmland as it is. The land is rocky and it's not very fertile. So they've figured out a way to make money off their land. The country over there needs all the income that it can get. Now, there's two levels of hierarchy or income over there. There's the upper class and there's the low class, and there's no middle class. Pretty much, that's how it works. And the upper class owns land, and there's a lot of them, and there is some race division amongst that, which is unfortunate, but it's the way that culture is. It's been that way for many years, and it's going to be that way. And we're not even going to get into that because that's not our story. But the fact that even the lower class benefits from the hunting and things like that, the use of the land, because those are the people that get hired as trackers and skinners and things like that. So everybody makes money.
And not just that, it actually in those camps, in those hunting camps, you've got cooks, you've got housekeeping.
Yep.
You've got there's all several staff members. You have people that are just dedicated to raking the leaves every day.
Oh, and I'm going to go right back to the airport. I mean, there's people in the airport that are there to help, that get paid to help you carry your bags through the airport because the hunters are flying in and out of that country.
Yeah.
So the animals exist in the country in other places other than just these parks because they're able to be hunted. And if you took away the hunting and you said, okay, well, we're going to just stop hunting altogether, and this would happen in the United States as well as over there. I'm using over there as an example. Now the landowners would have to say, hey, okay, I've been preserving natural habitat, and I've been letting things live wild, and wild trees grow and things like that, and then letting aardvarks live out here, warthogs dig holes in my land and all that kind of stuff because there's value in it. But you just stopped hunting. Well, now I need to figure out how to make money with my land. So I'm either going to have to turn it into a subdivision or I'm going to have to farm it. And if I'm going to farm it, I got to get a bulldozer out here and I got to clear the trees down, which is going to make less habitat for the animals. And I'm going to have to turn on, irrigation and things like that, and I'm going to have to make sure that I can't have these wild animals out here eating my crops. So we're going to have to kill them, and we're going to have to claim crop damage and shoot them off, and it becomes a snowball effect, and the wildlife will lose because hunting's not allowed, and there's no value on them. In fact, the animals have a negative value now because they are a pest.
Yeah,
it makes about as much sense as saying, well, let's not kill mice. Let's just let mice run around and live in our homes, and rats and things like that. And, it's one of them pest issues. And bats. We should have mice and rats and bats and cockroaches and all that running around in our houses. And, because we don't want to kill them. So, then I also have visited the topic of the vegetarian thing, and I've had the vegetarians say, well, everybody should just quit eating meat. We wouldn't have to worry about all that anyway. Well, once everybody quits eating meat, we start eating veggies. It's time to kill all the animals, folks. The vegetarians and their anti-hunting propaganda, they'll put on there that, this is how much water we'd save if we stopped eating meat in a day. This is how much this is how much water is used because of watering animals and watering crops and things like that. But what they don't realize is they still want to drink milk. They talk about that, and they talk about, well, where do you think this stuff comes from? And a lot of the products that you use in the stores.
Yeah.
Okay, if you get rid of if you're not going to feed these animals, you can't get these products that you think you're vegetarian, but you're still using animal products.
Yeah. Do you use makeup?
Makeup. Yep.
You wear lipstick.
And just so you know, if you're putting makeup on, that there's horse urine in that. Just want to tell you, ladies.
Yeah.
So, but the whole thing with the vegetarians, then they sit there and they try to say, oh, this is, we spend this much money trying to feed the animals and doing all that, and we'd save all that. Well, guess what, folks? If we all stopped eating meat, we would have to increase the production of vegetables in order to keep the world healthy by so much that number one, we would not only use all the land we already have turned into farmland, but we'd need more.
Yeah.
And now we can't allow any of these animals to enter these fields, period. Because we can't have them eating or wrecking any of our crops. So we have to kill these animals, all of them. Because we can't have birds in there. We can't have anything because we need to get rid of them because we need this food. There's no way to produce the amount of food for people off the land that's out there.
There's zero room for crop
Yeah,
damage.
and plus, as far as health-wise, overall, people's health would diminish. Vegetarians like to say, oh, yeah, we're so healthy, we're so healthy. In the end, in the long run, vegetarians are not healthy people.
No.
They're little skinny, twiggy-looking twits that are running around. And the other thing is that you're not going to get every country in the world, so the countries that do keep eating meat are going to whip our hind ends.
Yeah.
So, wouldn't I be considered a vegetarian then?
It depends.
Well, because the...
You eat animals that eat veggies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you're a secondary vegetarian, second-hand vegetarian.
That makes me feel so much healthier.
Yeah. You can also be a vegetarian if you eat another vegetarian.
No, that wouldn't be...
Oh, man.
Yes, I mean, yes. It's following the logic. Yes,
Yeah.
this is true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Your mind wasn't going where mine was, but you haven't eaten
But-
that donut yet either. That's one of the
But it's just a question of whether or not they make good lampshades.
well, according to Ed Gein, yeah, they do.
Good Lord.
Brad is looking
This-
at us like,
this
what are you
thing-
guys talking about?
This conversation just took a hard right. Oh, man.
Yeah. What you got there?
Here. Saudi Arabia court sentences man to 10 years in prison and 2,000 lashes for atheist tweets.
Really? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
starting to like Saudi Arabia. He made atheist tweets.
Huh.
That's all right.
Wow.
Power to Saudi Arabia for that one.
That's when you have the religious police.
Yeah. Well, at least he didn't cut his head off because he was a Christian. But Saudi Arabia is supposedly on our side anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, until it comes down to when the chips are down and it hits the fan, we'll find out. We'll find out who's on our side because those will be the ones that we don't blow up. So, yeah. Was it time for a break?
Yeah, it is time
I thought
for
I
a
heard
break.
the music in my ear. I don't hear that well, but I did hear a
And
little
sometimes you're just hearing things.
bit. I am. I could have been a ghost or it could have been one of the mythical unicorns. They make music when they walk, don't they?
Yeah, and they pee rainbows and all that fancy
Taste
stuff.
the rainbow. Okay.
Alrighty.
Take a break. We'll be right back with some more Biggie Outdoor Rainbow.
Grilling season never ends at Dickey's Barbecue Pit in Wausau. Meats are seasoned and slow smoked in hickory wood burning pits on site daily. Buy it as a meal or buy it by the pound. Takeout's available. Drive-through, dine in, or even get Dickey's to cater your next big event. Dickey's Barbecue Pit, located at 2111 Stewart Avenue across from Furniture and Appliance Mart. You can smell the hickory smoke goodness already.
When you're cruising down the road and watching wheels astray, call B.I.B. Auto Body night or day.
Whether you had a run-in with a deer or something a little bigger, BRB Auto Body can make your car look like it just rolled off the assembly line. BRB Auto Body specializes in complete body and paint repair, fiberglass repair, and custom painting. At BRB Auto Body, you'll receive a complimentary loaner car while yours is being repaired. Plus, you can have pictures of your vehicle's progress emailed to you on a daily basis. BRB Auto Body also offers 24-hour towing and roadside assistance at 359-9792. The next time you need auto body repair, choose BRB Auto Body, located just 1/2 mile past the Cedar Creek Mall on Highway XX in Rothschild, and online at brbautobodyinc.com.
Expect a quality job from BRB Auto Body. BRB Auto Body. BRB Auto Body.
Do you want to get the most exposure for your business for each dollar spent? Of course you do. We can help. Whether it's simple lettering, company decals, or a complex vehicle wrap, Auto Trim and Sign is a 3M certified company that can design, manufacture, and install graphics perfect for your business. You can be assured your car, truck, trailer, big rig, or your company's entire fleet will be in good hands. Check out our website at autotrimofwassa.com for examples of our work, or give us a call today, 715-842-9114.
Yeah, we're back, folks.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we were getting so into listening to the music that it's okay. We're waiting for somebody to start talking, and then we realized that was us.
Hello.
Yeah.
Who's running this show anyway? Jeez.
So we've been talking
You
about.
Hr2 is running the show.
Oh yeah, now we know.
Yeah.
You guys shut me off.
Yeah, he shut you off, turned the music up.
Shoot you in the leg, yeah. But if we were talking about the sustainability of our habitat and stuff, if we decided to quit eating animals and things like that, they come up with these crazy facts about this is how much methane gas is produced by this and everything. But then they talk about. They don't want to get rid of the cows and all these animals. They just want to not eat them. So they want everything to live happily ever after in Shangri-La.
Yeah, like a darn Disney
Let me
movie.
tell you something. If you're not eating the cow, it's still going to crap.
Did you see the previews for that dumb
Oh,
new Disney
that
movie?
Disney one. I'm going to tell you what, folks. If you're a hunter, you need to start boycotting Disney and not letting your kids watch their movies. Because I'm going to tell you something. Disney has been lefty for a long time. They've been left wing since before Bambi.
I forget the name of this new movie that's coming out, but I seen the previews for it was all this. Oh, predators and prey. We live in harmony.
Harmony together, and that happens, people. When you smoke enough weed. So
I'm awake.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, only at Walt Disney would they come up with something so silly, but they actually might hold the only living unicorn at Disney World. That could be.
Yeah.
It could be. They could bring it back to life. If anybody could, it'd be Disney. They might have one on ice with Walt Disney someplace,
Yeah, unicorns on ice.
They might have one of them. What's them ones with the wings? The Pegasus, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the one with the wings.
Yeah, the horse with the wings.
I got you. Okay.
Now, what if you had a unicorn with wings? What would that be? Whew. Boy, that'd be rare.
A petacorn. A pegacorn. Petacorn's a different thing. Yeah. Oh, we are getting so off track. It ain't even funny. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Where's Tim to hit the mute button when we need him?
Yeah, we got to be careful. Oh my gosh, Tim, bad words. Get in here.
Beep 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 beep.
Yeah. He couldn't even get in here in 5 seconds right now.
I know.
We could get ourselves in some serious trouble.
We could tear it up right now. If we want. I mean, if this was our last show.
If this was, stay tuned, because when we go on to our last show, folks, it's going to get wild in here. We're going to lock Tim in the bathroom.
Yeah, the stuff's going to hit the fan. Yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't hit that donut I brought him yet.
I know.
It's like putting out one of your best shiners out there. You know you got walleye and northern and stuff swimming around, and nothing will hit it.
Yeah, I mean, you got you're lucky.
Look at that! I got this donut with all this heart attack in it, waiting there for him, and he's just lurking around there. Like swamp people would be like, oh, I got that good piece of chicken on there, and he won't eat it. And he just keeps swimming by it, and he don't even hit that chicken there.
That's a pretty good.
Oh yeah,
person.
I even put the liver on the chicken, and she don't even eat the chicken there. The big gator there, Tim. That Tim, he won't even hit the donut.
Oh my gosh! I'm sorry. I'm just lost in watching you say this. Because your lips pucker up, and everything, and you got.
I'm gonna make your lips pucker up if you keep talking like that over there and cutting on your old man.
I have to. It's my job. You cut on me, I cut on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But nobody's cutting on Zach. What is this?
Because he just sits
back and
over there
watches.
quietly over there.
Yeah. What is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Speaking of petticorns.
Oh man.
So is that what happens? Like if they take a pedophile and they put him through therapy and all that kind of stuff, and he comes out and he's been cured, would that be called a pedicure?
Wow.
I don't know. I'm just asking. So. Okay.
Tim just came back into the room and he's completely lost.
He
Like,
did. Hey, Jimmy.
Where
He
has the conversation
He's coming up
gone?
near that donut there, and I can't get him to hit on that donut.
I mean, that thing is twice the
He
size
did.
of the other
Hit
donuts.
that big gator there. Hit that big gator, that Tim.
I'm afraid of that thing. I'm intimidated by that donut.
It is, yeah. It's a good day. It's a good donut, yeah.
I dare you one of these days to do the entire show in that voice
Like a swamp dude.
or something. Swamp something. Swamp donkey. Or whatever, Yeah.
I got your swamp donkey.
Yeah,
Right here.
You were going after unicorns last night. All you got was a swamp donkey.
Oh.
When is this show over?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's it. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You're telling me about this date that you went on last night, but now you're telling me that you got this 3-hour conversation with this guy about lion hunting. So was it a date with a guy?
It was a dude.
Oh, man.
Oh, Lord.
Man.
We, what is the theme of this show? Anyway.
I can't believe they let us in here every Sunday. I mean,
I know.
It's
We kind of wait
dangerous.
for him to open the door and we kick our foot in it anyway. Oh, man. So we started out before we got on all the anti-hunting and the facts about hunting lions and elephants and things. Oh, actually, before I actually get onto the turkey hunting stuff, let's talk a little bit more about the whole elephant hunting thing and the poaching. The poaching got so bad because of the ivory around the Kruger National Park, and we've talked about this before. The anti-hunters they can't fund. He hit the donut, but it wasn't the one I thought he was going to hit there. Or he's going for two.
he got
So-
the greedy gator.
That gator, he hungry gator. So anyway, the anti-hunters can't afford, or because of the money they don't put in. The conservation units around these national parks, like Kruger National Park in South Africa and places like that, the poaching pressure on elephants and stuff is so bad that they need the hunters' money to go after them. The anti-poaching units and the conservation units there shoot and kill up to 500 poachers a year. That's 500 people a year that are coming in there. Now, they're not coming there to feed their family. No, they are not. They're coming there to shoot them, cut the tusks out of them, and leave the animal lay.
Yeah.
It goes to waste. It lays there and rots. An elephant can feed a lot of people. So when one of them animals goes to waste, it's a dirty shame.
Yeah.
And there's that many poachers. It's not it's not like I'm telling you that to brag about. Yeah, look at that. They killed 500 people. No, it's like, listen to the amount of people that end up getting shot poaching there. So how many of them don't get caught?
Yeah, how many don't get caught? Exactly.
And that's just one park. So when a hunter goes in and hunts these animals, all the meat is distributed. The skin is used. The trophy is used. The bones are used. Every single portion of that animal is used. Nothing lays there and goes to waste.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this in the past too. And this is actually in a show. Not this week's show coming up, but the following week's show on Big E Outdoor Television. We talk about gut soup.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about gut soup while you're eating your donut over there, Tim. Just go ahead and enjoy. But these people over there, they are so thorough, I guess is the word I'm looking for, and what they eat and things, that they don't waste anything. They eat the lungs. They eat the heart. Okay, we've heard of those things before. But they actually will wash out the stomach lining. They wash out the intestines. They wash out all that stuff. They hang it on a clothesline and they dry it. Then they cut it up and they make soup out of it. And you'll walk by and you'll be like, what smells like rotten animal? Well, they're making soup. Because they're hungry. And because they don't waste anything. And because they need the food. Now, let me tell you something. When people say, nobody eats giraffe and zebra, it's a lie, you hunters are just killing them to kill them. Let me tell you something. If you're hungry enough to eat gut soup, you will eat giraffe or zebra or lion.
Yeah.
And I've eaten lion. I've had lion steak. It's not my favorite. It's not like going down to Brokaw Corners or Gulliver's or somewhere like that and getting a prime rib, that's for sure. No lion. But it's edible. And then other parts of the lion are used to feed other endangered species, other endangered predators that are being bred and brought back, like crocodiles and the brown hyena, the spotted hyena, and even the vultures. A lot of those predators were either dying off or being shot off. Well, now all these hunting farms have actually got places that they feed them. And there's no killing these animals there. And you can drive by them and all of a sudden be like, oh, look, there's some hyenas eating and there's some vultures sitting in the tree. Because that's they call it the vulture cafeteria.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what that's for. It's to feed those animals.
Yep.
So they're actually bringing back the predators and the scavengers and things like that because they're feeding them other things that don't get eaten.
They're keeping the circle of life going.
That's right. They surely are. Are we headed for a break?
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break here, folks.
All right.
And
We'll come back.
Be right back.
It's the ultimate tailgate event. Your chance to score big savings at Stark GM of Merrill. Last month, Stark finished 22nd in GM certified sales in the entire United States of America. So if you're looking for a GM certified pre-owned, Stark is the place. Find 30 certified pre-owned cruises starting at $9,995 or $149 a month. Choose from 14 GM certified Chevy Impalas starting at $12,988 or $196 a month. Or lease a new 2015 Chevy Cruze, just $69 a month. And Stark is your truck headquarters. And that's why you can save up to $11,000 on select 2015 crew cabs. Hurry! This ultimate tailgate event ends soon at Stark GM of Merrill and Highway 51 in Kew. Or visit us at starkmerrill.com. Plus tax and license fees. Cruise selling price $99.95, $149 a month, 0 down, 72 months, 3.49%. Impala selling price $12,988, $196 a month, 0 down, 3.84% APR, 75 months. With approved credit, 24-month lease, 10,000 miles a year, $44.50 in rebates included. Must currently lease a non-GM vehicle. While supplies last. See dealer for details. Based on August GM certified pre-owned sales in the country.
Looking for the perfect gift for your hunter? How about some hydrographic dipping? Check out Adrenaline Hydro down at the Cedar Creek Mall. They're located in the Big E Outdoor Museum and Pro Shop. You'll find the hydrographic solution to all your needs. Let Adrenaline Hydro put a custom look on your gun stock, deer skulls, bar glasses, car and truck rims, or even put a graphic design on the entire interior of your car or truck. Come see us for a deer season special. Bring us your deer head, uncleaned, and we'll beetle clean it and dip it with your choice of over 1,000 different patterns for only $125 for the whole package. Get on down to Cedar Creek Mall and grab a gift certificate for this now before the special ends. That's Adrenaline Hydro down at the Cedar Creek Mall, located in the Biggie Outdoor Museum and Pro Shop. Every single day, people just like you are leading happier, healthier lives by working out at Snap Fitness. With 2 locations, one in Weston and one in Wausau across from Fleet Farm, the hardest part of getting into shape is just walking into gym for the first time. So don't wait any longer. Head on down to the best deal in town and the best atmosphere you'll find for getting into shape. Trained professionals at Snap Fitness make them the perfect choice over any other fitness center in the area. Snap offers fitness classes, professional trainers, and the best equipment around. Get your own personal key to a private gym. Work out anytime you want, 24/7 in a members-only environment. No need to lock into the long-term contracts of other gyms. And tell them you want the Biggie Outdoor Special to get the best deal around on your membership. Snap Fitness in Wausau and Weston.
We're back. If you're gonna grunt and groan, buddy, just look away from the microphone.
Yeah, I'm looking at. I was looking online, at some of the wild turkey facts and stuff because it's turkey coming into turkey season, and actually we're thinking about turkeys.
I got some of that here.
I
too.
found a site that's definitely written by some dumb greeny tree hugger moron.
I love
because it starts out by saying the wild turkey is the largest bird by far. Yeah, that's good if you don't count the emu and the ostrich and other animals or other birds that are out there that are definitely bigger.
Yeah, pterodactyl. I mean, come on.
Yeah, pterodactyl, the Pegasus. I mean, there's so many bigger birds out there. It's just ridiculous. The phoenix. But anyhow, they start out by saying that. So obviously, they're kind of silly, and they talk about threats that the turkey faces from hunters. But then June is set aside as Turkey Lovers Month, and they encourage people to just eat turkey because it's good for them. How do you expect to eat them if you don't kill them, people? Yeah. Turkeys don't just walk up and hand you a drumstick and say, "Hey, take a bite, take a bite."
It's because it's chicken. Yeah, turkeys are feeding you chicken.
Oh, that's what it is. It's kind of like that cow thing with the eat
Yeah.
more beef thing. Huh? Hey, how many feathers does a turkey have? You know?
I do.
How many?
Oh, let me rephrase. Approximately 5,500.
Holy smokes! That is a man that does his research right there. He is right.
Wow.
Yeah, 5,500 feathers. That's enough to make a pillow. Yeah.
Man.
Isn't that something?
That's not goose down.
Okay, there's only 2 states that are not turkey rich. What are they?
Hawaii,
That's
one.
one.
Alaska.
That's 2.
Ooh, you nailed it, big guy. You nailed it. That's right. Process of elimination. The 2 that aren't connected to the lower 48.
Well, yeah. You asked me and I answered.
That's right. Give me 5 turkey subspecies that you would find on the continent of North America and Mexico.
Zach says guinea hens.
And I'm not talking about butterball. That's not one.
Oh, right, yeah. The East,
Tyson.
Hormel.
Hormel, yeah. You got Eastern, Merriam,
Yep.
Osceola,
3.
Rio,
4.
and the ghouls.
There you go.
5.
Now there's another one.
There is the sixth turkey subspecies. If you want the world slam,
South America.
you have to go to Central America.
Or Central America, my bad. Yep.
Yep. And it is called the ocellated. Looks like a peacock, but it's a very colorful bird. Mm-hmm. You go down there if you want to get the North American Grand Slam. You only need 4 subspecies, which would be the Osceola, which is only found in Florida, and it's not. The northern counties of Florida don't have it. You got to get below a certain point in Florida. And in the northern part of Florida, they have like a crossover between the Osceola and the eastern, and they're not certified as Osceolas. And then you have the Osceola, Florida only. It's the only place in the world you can get the Osceola. So then you have the eastern, which is everywhere. We got them babies running around in our backyard.
It's probably the most common one.
Yep. And then the Miriams. Miriams you find out west, quite a few places. And then in the southwest is where you find the Rio Grande. You'll find that like Nebraska, some in Kansas, some Texas, New Mexico, places like that. And then
you do know that Nebraska is not the southwest.
Yeah, but you can find
you can find them there.
You can find it up that far.
Yes.
It's southwest of us.
Yeah, but just about everything is southwest of us.
Not really.
I mean, yeah, you got the East Coast, but
yeah. So then, the Goulds would put you into the. We got this North American Super Slam. That would be the Grand Slam.
Grand Slam, yes.
That'd be the Grand Slam. Would be adding the Goulds, and then if you want the World Slam, then you add the Oscillated, and there you're going to need to take a trip. Take your fishing pole because they've got some great peacock bass down there, and there really isn't much else to hunt down there. So
if you want to pretend that you got the World Slam and you don't want to travel, you
just shoot somebody's peacock.
Just shoot a peacock.
Yeah, let's go out and there's people that just whack a peacock and call it good.
Yeah, got him.
Yeah.
Oh.
What are you looking at me like that for? Just eat that donut over there.
So did you know? There's I found an article on here about the gobbling behaviors.
Gobbling?
Yeah.
You mean turkey gobbling?
yeah, turkey gobbling.
Okay, I thought you were talking about your dates again.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There's a lot of different factors that determine, how, some years or it'll go year to year, or sometimes it'll go day to day on the gobbling of the activity, of the turkeys.
Right.
And it says that it's found that the higher number of turkeys, particularly 2-year-olds, the higher the gobble count throughout the season. 2 years after there's a large number of sightings, brood sightings, gobbling activity is high. More jakes translates to more gobbling the following season. Overall, turkey numbers don't play a role in the day-to-day gobbling. The day-to-day gobbling is played more by weather, which, most people would have guessed that. The best gobbling activity was highest when the winds were about 3 miles per hour, and they remained higher when the wind speeds increased to 6 miles per hour. But they tapered off, and there was almost no gobbles once the wind speeds reached 12 miles per hour. Wind direction does not factor into the gobbling.
Just wind speed, obviously, of course.
Yeah.
Did they say anything in there? Is there such thing as gay turkeys?
What?
Well, just, they say that, like dogs will do, male dogs, and then I just wondering if turkeys could be gay. And
this is about gobbling.
If gay turkeys are gobblers, too.
Well, I would imagine so. Oh, man. Oh, please tell me we're close to a break. Oh, no. And, another factor is the temperature. When the average daily temperature is between 60 and 69 degrees, there was pretty good gobbling activity. And then after...
I'll bet there was.
as the temperature increased, the gobbling decreased. So, and then...
Too hot to gobble.
Barometric pressure.
It's too hot to gobble.
Where's Ms. Jenner when you need him?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you
don't want to get me going on that one.
Yeah. Barometric pressure also plays a role in there.
Yeah.
So
you know what? Caitlyn Jenner would be a unicorn.
Would be, yeah. Well, there you go. There's your unicorn. Go get it. Go get it, buddy.
Smoke's alive. There is one out there.
Oh, man.
There we go.
And if you want to read this article for yourself, folks, it is on the NWTF website. You can go on there, and there's lots of, obviously, if you're a turkey hunter and you're looking for, how to up your game a little bit, obviously you would look towards the NWTF website. But there's a lot more factors in here that you would obviously think of. Hunting pressure, hens, there's lots of different reasons why turkeys may or may not be gobbling. So if you didn't know these things already, go ahead and look them up.
A common misconception, people think turkeys are dumb. Then they're not. Turkeys do have small brains, obviously, because there's not much room in that little bitty head that they have. But
how is it so hard to hunt a bird that's too dumb to come in out of the rain?
That's right. But they are extremely wary, and of course, you drive around and you see turkeys in these big flocks all over the United States. Now you see flocks of 50 or more standing on the side of the road, and people think, well, how hard are you going to be to hunt them? Well, it's not if you're going to road hunt them, but once you get out and hunt them, it seems like they do have a sixth sense and of knowing where hunters are and things like that. And, they seem to be able to find the camouflage hunter who is not moving and they know where they're at. And it says here that they'll spot how many times is a turkey seen a perfectly camouflaged immobile hunter in a blind spot. And they spot them and run off lickety split. So there's some lesbian turkeys too here, but let's see.
My God.
And suddenly stops short, almost as if they're sniffing the air, and then take off. So, turkeys are very smart birds, and even in spite of the fact that they do have very small brains and they look dumb, they're kind of ugly,
Was the wording bad on that, or did you just have a hard time reading it?
Well,
Okay.
Why?
I was just curious.
I just got off track a little bit there.
I noticed. You were reading farther than you were talking, and
domestic turkeys
distracted you.
Domestic turkeys, it says, are normally white in color, but I've seen some white ones in the wild. So what does that tell you? That they escaped? They're escapees. Maybe they were on parole. Who knows? And they got out and they mixed with
Huber.
They mixed with the wild turkey. So you do get crossbreeding and things like that in the turkey world. You get the partial white ones and things like that. That doesn't mean you have a special wild turkey. It means it's been crossed with a domestic turkey, just so you know. Go ahead.
And here I thought they were pre-stuffed.
No. Now, that would be awesome if you could raise one that already had the stuffing in it. You have the Miriams, you have the Osceola, and you have the stovetop. Did you know the turkey was almost our national bird, which means we could shoot bald eagles then and eat them, and they taste terrible. But Benjamin Franklin liked the turkey so much he almost made that our national bird. So that would mean that at a lot of these events, they'd release a turkey to fly over. They'd sing the national anthem and flush a turkey. I don't think it would have the same effect. The gallantry of a bald eagle or a big old fat turkey coming rolling into the stadium. You know?
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, let's see.
Zach had a question over there. What was that,
what
Zach?
Was your question, Zach?
What does a wild turkey think when they see a domesticated turkey? That poor
hey,
son of
baby.
a gun.
Hey, baby, come on over here.
Look at that sucker.
Yeah, stick your head in the fence. Oh, no, wait, that's a sheep farmer thing. But
what the heck? Oh, man. Tim, please tell me we're
there's
close.
There's a myth that wild turkey's tough and gamey. For those of us that hunt them, we all know that that's ridiculous because they're not.
If you don't know how to cook, obviously it's not going to taste
The only
very
time
good.
that I've ever had bad turkey was when I left it in the deep fryer too long. So,
Yeah.
Is it break time?
It's break time.
All right, we'll be back.
My brother Paul was a real Renaissance man, a big city ER doctor, an outdoorsman, and always the smartest person in the room. When he was killed in a deer vehicle collision, I thought it was a freak accident, but I was wrong.
Each year, deer vehicle crashes cause death, damage, and injuries. About 1 in every 100 drivers is likely to have a collision with a deer. For tips to avoid hitting a deer and the best rates in town, visit Champion Insurance in Weston. Troy Champion, your personal Erie insurance agent. A message from Troy Champion Insurance and Erie Insurance Agencies. Blazing Gifts at 1701 North 6th Street in Wausau is your downtown destination for novelty and specialty gifts. Stop in and check out Blazing Gifts for t-shirts, knives, and other specialty items, including incense, candles, and more. Blazing Gifts handles items not found in everyday stores, even custom decals made to order. Check out Blazing Gifts at 1701 North 6th Street, downtown Wausau. Big E Outdoors, located at Cedar Creek, is reopening its doors soon after its new remodeling. Home to the area's first and only big game hunting museum, with educational exhibits displaying animals from around the world and facts around the hunters' contributions to their survival. Pick up some unique souvenirs and gifts from the museum and from the Big E TV shows. Meet the pro staff from Big E TV and Big E Outdoor Radio. A great place to stop in with the whole family. And while you're there, book your next hunting trip with the Big E Outdoors Professional Hunters. With over 21 personal hunting destinations worldwide, you'll be sure to find a quality getaway with the Big E Outdoors destinations. Big E Outdoors is also home to Adrenaline Hydrographic. Check us out online at BigEOutfitters.com and register to win a free hunt. Big E Outdoors at Cedar Creek.
So this guy came into the store recently and he said, it's my 30th anniversary and I want to get something fine for my wife. I haven't bought her jewelry in a long time and it's time. Well, of course, we agreed and we helped him find a diamond bracelet that we were quite sure would blow her socks off. Well, a few days later, he came back into Jim Creshock's and we asked him, so did she like her bracelet? He looked at us and he smiled and then he said, well, she liked it so much that she... And then he stopped smiling. She liked it so much that she... What? We said. Well, she liked it so much that she... And then he stopped again. And then we got it. So she's very happy, I said. And he nodded. And you're very happy, I said. And he nodded again. And I said, now that is what we're talking about. We're Jim Creshock Jewelers on Rib Mountain Drive. And nobody renders guys speechless quite like we do.
We're continuing our coverage of the 2016
Welcome back to Big E Outdoor Radio. It's funny how serious we can get all of a sudden when the music comes on and the conversations that we have at break time about unicorn hunting, Sasquatch hunting. And that's it. It was like, I was like, is it a unicorn or is it a Sasquatch? Both technically may or may not exist.
I believe in Sasquatch.
You do?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I believe that you probably have a better luck finding a Sasquatch than a unicorn.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Tim
I believe in Sasquatch more than Hillary Clinton, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Speaking of Sasquatch, how's mother-in-law doing?
I'm going to cut you. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I just got turned off.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. He got turned off, folks. That's what you get. That is what you get. Oh man. All right, Tim. Maybe he learned his lesson. Yeah.
But
Right.
Yeah, maybe not.
yeah.
What did you learn? Yeah, nothing. See?
So
you can't teach an old dog.
Nothing. You can't teach an old dog nothing.
Yeah.
So as far as if you're looking to do some turkey hunting and you would like to go to Hunts and Miriam's, we've got some great places. Send us an email or check with us on Facebook. And we'll be glad to fill you in and give you some some good pointers and people that you can go hunt some Miriams with. Some Rios as well. Some places in Nebraska that actually have Miriams and Rios on their places. And if you're looking for Osceolas, we have the guys to go with for Osceolas as well down south in Florida. And they're actually as far north in Florida as you can get and still hunt Osceolas. So you don't have to go deep into Florida. What's he doing over there? Pointing and counting.
Yeah, he's counting.
He's up to 2.
That's 1.
Actually, I'm up to number 11.
Ooh. Oh, I thought that was 2. Oh, that
looked like an 11 to me.
It looked like 11. Yep, I got you.
Oh man.
Hey, this is the cool thing. I actually had somebody that's asked me how they could get on the program. The Shed Shop is on with us because
What's the phone number for the Shed Shop?
because the Shed Shop gets special advertising announcements on our show.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of a game now. So if you're looking for a shed, which everybody needs a little shed in their backyard, because it could be your doghouse when you get in trouble. It could be a place to store things, or you could keep the girlfriend out there or whatever. I don't know, whatever. But a shed in your backyard, and the Shed Shop number for Danny at the Shed Shop 715-584-3050. 715-584-3050. Give Danny a call. He's got a place over in Eland. He's got some sheds on the side of the road there you can go check out, and he's got a place in Shawano. They make these things all the way up to 40 feet long. Can you imagine that? 16 feet wide, 40 feet long.
You could live in that.
You could.
Yeah.
I know people that live in less. Zach's over there raising his hand. What does that come out to be? That's 600, a little over 600 square feet. So that's bigger than a lot of apartments.
Mm-hmm.
So you could live in a Shed Shop shed. And if you actually dug out the ground underneath it, you'd have a full basement and the whole works. So,
well, there you go.
An escape tunnel. Actually, they learned how to, take a shed, get a little hatch in it, and start digging it out. You could actually pretend you were on Hogan's Heroes. Do you remember that show? You don't even know what that show was.
No.
That was the one that had the little German officer that said, "I see nothing." Still don't know, do you?
No.
Man,
Zach knows.
You missed some classics back in the day. But, they were always digging a tunnel. Actually, they had the tunnel. They got in and out of the camp all the time.
They had multiple tunnels.
Yeah.
Yes, multiple buildings.
Yep.
Just remove the floorboards.
Over in Stalag 13.
Oh boy.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, talking about Germans, it just kind of ticks me off.
What? Yeah, I mean, even though we have German descent in us, Germans that talk with a German accent and have one eye and things like that, they really annoy the snot out of me.
Yeah. Yeah. Germans and sheds are not a good topic.
Yeah.
I'll tell you later.
So, let's talk about turkey.
No, since you did talk about the Shed Shop.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Their ad still has the wrong phone number,
I know. I could have changed it this week, and I didn't on purpose because I
it's,
thought it'd be fun to come in here and talk about it again.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Let's give him some special advertising because Denny is just a nice guy. You actually got to meet Denny. He used to be a hair cutter. Barber, they call it a barber in layman's terms. He used to own a place called I can't think of the name.
So what's the phone number?
715-584-3050.
3050.
Yeah.
All right.
Give him a call and tell him you need a building. Tell him how big you want it. He can build you he can get you the best doghouse, shed, storage building,
man cave,
you name it. All quality built by the Mennonites. And we all know that Mennonite is Amish preferred.
That's right. Yeah.
That's what it takes to keep an Amish woman happy. It's to a Mennonite. There we go. So,
oh my God.
yeah.
I just cannot believe Tim, help me.
Tim?
Help me.
Tim,
Tell me
what are you
something
looking
good,
at,
Tim.
Tim? Are you looking up some facts for us over there?
Yeah,
or
he's
what?
looking at the time right now. So am I. We're getting
We're
there.
about ready to break for a new hour here
Yeah.
pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
So, are you going to turkey hunt this year with me, Brandon? We're going to do it with our bows. Oh, we got new bow sponsor. Hey, that's some
PSE.
exciting. PSE. There you go. That gives somebody else to complain to about us. They can call them. And guess what? Our sponsors do not care. They like the fact that you're listening and that we are a lightning rod. So the more you complain, the more they know you're listening and you help us out. So please call and complain.
So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Want to thank all of our haters out there.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, here's to all our haters. Cheers to you. There's more to come.
Yeah.
2016 has just begun.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And also cheers to all of our supporters, of course.
Yeah, we love our supporters. And we love our supporters and our haters out there. We are going grizzly hunting this spring, lion hunting. So, about anything that's endangered, we'll hunt it. So. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back with the last hour of Big E Outdoor Radio. And usually the last hour is the best hour. Stay tuned.